Usually we talk about an individual's productivity and also an individual's performance. But in reality, the productivity of one individual is very much affected by the productivity of his or her peers. Consider this phenomenon. A person could be working at company A and she could be highly productive there. But once she moves out of this company and environment and moves to a different company and also environment, there is a possibility that her productivity could drop. It can also be vice versa. It could be the case that her productivity used to be on the lower side, but once she moves to a different company, her productivity suddenly rises because of the effect of the productivity of her surrounding peers. And here you can see how important networks and relationships are. And it's not about how many people you have on LinkedIn, but it's more about the quality of the relationships and how you maintain these. The next thing is reputation. It sounds like an old-fashioned word, but it's as important as ever. You can change your job and your career, but it's not as easy to just change your reputation. Well, I mean, if you used to have a good reputation, then of course it can change for the worse. It can actually depreciate. With everything being online nowadays, it is almost impossible to erase your tracks. People nowadays are far too busy to try and get to the ground of everything. They don't have any time to get to the bottom of who you really are. So reputation becomes a thing that makes it easy for people to sort out people who they want to work with and who they don't want to work with. Nowadays, we expose ourselves online all the time, so it's rather easy for someone to just make a snap judgment about you by simply looking at your Facebook profile or your LinkedIn profile. That is why whatever you do, whether or not you like your current job or your current boss, you always need to think about and maintain your reputation. And even if at some point you decide to leave your job, in those last days at work, you have to still maintain your reputation and act professionally, because that will go a long way. Reputation is what will give you the next job or the next project. Reputation is, if you're starting a business, what will get you good employees. And the challenging thing is that reputation can be subjective because it consists of what other people believe about you. There are a few easy to recognize signals of reputation in the book 100 Year Life, which includes schools or associations which by themselves have a good reputation, as well as the direct experience that someone has of working together with you. Reputation is something that needs to be invested in and grown over a long period of time. Reputation is very closely connected to your brand, or what is also known as personal branding. Like many experts say, whether you like it or not, everyone has a personal brand. People just form perceptions of you. So there are two ways to go about this. You can either leave it totally up to other people and let them perceive what they want to perceive of you, or you can manage it. And this doesn't mean that you should appear fake or staged, but what this means is that you take actual care in your work, but also that you highlight what it is about your work and your attitude that you want people to remember and take notice of.